The Cosmere is a vast and complex universe filled with many fantasy worlds, each with their own unique peoples, cultures, and magic systems. And since the Cosmere is a universe that is actively being worked on by Brandon Sanderson as he writes new books, there are bound to be some interesting things we could encounter that aren't very well explained or understood. These mysterious aspects of the Cosmere cause a lot of speculation that are often fun subjects to delve into. However, I never really had a way to approach these subjects before. So, I've decided to start a new series on the channel called Cosmere Mysteries. These will be videos that discuss different aspects of the Cosmere that isn't 100% understood yet. The videos will be short and to the point, but I won't pretend to have all the answers. The idea is just to spark some discussion and give my own thoughts on the subject. And in today's Cosmere Mysteries video, I'd like to start us off with a discussion of the shades on Trinity. What exactly are they? Are they cognitive shadows? Well, the general fandom and even the official wiki agrees that they are cognitive shadows, just a different kind of it. However, I'm not 100% sure that I agree. Let's get into exactly why I feel this way. Cognitive shadows. Let's first take a brief look at what we know about cognitive shadows. Generally, we know that cognitive shadows are essentially mental imprints of sentient creatures that dwell within the cognitive realm. So, when a person dies, their soul travels from the physical realm through the cognitive realm to the spiritual realm. If this is a bit confusing, I have videos on what both the cognitive shadows are and what the different realms are, so I recommend checking those out. Now, a cognitive shadow is when that spirit travels to the cognitive realm, but instead of going to the spiritual realm thereafter, it gets stuck within the cognitive realm for some reason. The person would essentially be stuck in the world of thought and ideas without any real means of escape. On Nalthus, the returned are cognitive shadows. They are people who die, and before they can go into the spiritual realm, Endowment takes their cognitive shadow back to the physical realm and essentially staples their spirit web back onto their body with a divine breath. The process results in some physical changes to the body and a loss of memory to the individual, but they're still essentially a normal person in terms of their intelligence and personality. On Roshar, cognitive shadows most commonly take the form of the Singers. They are the spirits of the original Singers from the First Desolation that Odium imbued with his investiture. Through this process, they can be attached to a body, effectively evicting the existing spirit in order to take over and be present in the physical realm. Other than the effects of constant war, repeated deaths, and thousands of years of existence causing many to go mad, the process itself doesn't really change their personality or intelligence either. And not to go into spoilers, but we also know that hemalurgy can spike a cognitive shadow onto a body, which would result in the same. Again, no loss of cognition, intelligence, or personality seems to result from this. And in all these cases, the cognitive shadows can only access the physical realm through access to a physical body that it can be attached to. It is still a normal person and has nothing special about it other than the extraneous effects of the investiture that attaches it to the body. This seems to be the common theme with all cognitive shadows as far as we're aware. The shades on Trinity, however, don't match these criteria. Shades. Now, let's look at what exactly the shades are and their own unique aspects. It seems that shades are essentially spirit-like or ghost-like creatures or apparitions that dwell within the forests of Trinity. They basically just float around and are completely docile, as they won't attack anyone who goes near them. They do, however, go into an enraged state if certain conditions are met. If blood is spilled in their vicinity, someone runs very quickly near them at night, or if fire is lit near them, they will viciously attack whoever transgressed. By attacking, they basically come into contact with a person. Wherever they touch, the person's body becomes withered and dried out like some kind of magical taint. If they do this to vital parts of the body, the person will likely die very quickly. If it is a limb, however, the person may be able to survive, though they will likely lose the limb. Once the attack is concluded, or if the person escapes, they will eventually revert to their placid state and just continue floating around. silver seems to be the only way to hurt or deter them. People with the money or resources will encircle their homes with concentric rings of silver in the ground. This creates a safe pocket within which the people can live in relative safety. Shades cannot enter and will generally steer clear of the silver line. Are shades cognitive shadows? Now, when someone dies to the shades, it seems that occasionally a new shade will form in the shape of that person. The shade may even seem to indicate that they recognize the people that were close to the deceased person. So it very much looks like shades are the spirits of those who died by being withered through a shade attack. I believe this is why shades are generally considered to be cognitive shadows by the community. However, as you can likely see already, this doesn't really fit. The only indication that a shade is a cognitive shadow is that they seem to be in a similar shape to a deceased person, and that they can somewhat recognize the loved ones of those that are deceased. However, they seem to have no level of sapient intelligence. They are not spirits that have attached themselves to existing bodies either, and there is no need for an external source of investiture to bring them into the physical realm. They just appear. So they are completely unlike the cognitive shadows we are aware of. They appear to be more creatures or animals than actual cognitive shadows. In fact, the only thing linking them to cognitive shadows is tenuous at best. So what are they? Perhaps they are just creatures that somehow imitate those that they kill. Perhaps they are indeed spirits of humans somehow warped and twisted through investiture. Or perhaps they are indeed cognitive shadows but are the exception to the rule when it comes to how cognitive shadows manifest. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I won't claim to know the answer. This is a mystery in the Cosmere and one that I wanted to bring to you guys with my own thoughts and observations. What do you all think shades are? Let me know in the comments below. And if you have any Cosmere mysteries you'd like me to look into, let me know down below and I might just make a video on it at some point. Also, let me know what you think about this series. I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Anyway, that has been it from me for today, guys. Thank you very much for watching. My name has been Raven, and I will see you all next time. Take care, everybody.